everyone, and welcome back to some more Bazaar. We're going to be doing some more dually, of course. Apologies for missing a couple of videos lately. Just been a little bit busy and haven't had time to record, but hopefully I'll be able to get a bit of a backlog going sometime soon. I was hoping to, just haven't quite had the time yet. Do some gold skill start, of course. Bit of a rough one, but it looks like we might be getting a classic force field build. I've been doing more. I've been trying these a few times this patch, although I've been having a bit of trouble with them, to be honest. The HP changes makes it so that Dooley tends to be a little bit behind the others in terms of HP, because, well, at least Vanessa, because she has a lot of ways to level up over us. So make it a little hard to do the one shot. So, in my experience at least, I relies a little bit more on getting bunker for multi shots, but it's definitely still doable, and it can definitely still be extremely powerful. But the like lower ends force field builds feel much worse than before. That's okay. And I did go back to the old board. I like my little fish here. He's just so cute. Probably just try to switch it up every few matches. So we'll put that. Well, we don't know if we're keeping Ed on the board, so we'll hold off for now. Rocket launcher is just kind of a solid item to pick up, so we'll grab it. Unfortunately, with defense grid start, you're kind of in a bit of an awkward spot where you don't have any of the like initial raw power you usually get from gold skill start, from like flat damage, and you're also kind of missing the extra gold you get from the other ones to kind of hunt through shops for the more powerful early game items. I'm pretty sure, well, I was gonna say we lose this, but he doesn't have any scaling, so I think the regen I picked up might help keep us alive, although the Calico can be a little scary once it gets ramped up, because it does double crit damage, and so it'll be doing like 60 damage or so, which is a little freaky, but I think with the defense grid plus Ed plus the regen, I think we're gonna be okay. Yep, looks like it'll be totally fine. So the 5 regen is definitely super early, super powerful early if you can pick it up. In particular on day 1, it can also often out-heal a lot of people's DPS. Great. A little bit of fire, that's actually quite nice for the rocket launcher, because that's an extra 6 burn per activation. Pretty solid. Check mediums again. What do we got here? So I could do like a ballista thing, which is pretty good. I haven't used her in quite a long time. We could see how she does this patch. Why not? She doesn't mesh super well with defense grid, but we can't really just rely entirely on getting that to work, unfortunately. Luckily, we don't have to fight Warrior, because this definitely wouldn't beat him. Instead, we're just going to go for the Mosquito and hope to get Insect Wing, like lower her cooldown. Currently, she's going to be absolutely horrible, but later in the game, she might be better. And if we pick up a Metronome or an Aiden or EJ, she'll be fine. 40 damage isn't horrible, although most of our damage is going to be coming from burn right now, I think. Burn and poison. The main thing we're looking for is Insect Wing. Rush is also okay for a tiny bit of extra scaling on her. Her silver scaling is unfortunately pretty terrible, especially compared to all the other, like, when you haste X items, but do what you gotta do. Battery's a nice pickup. And I think for now we actually grab Charcoal here. He's not great, but he does scale and he does help my burn here, so we'll grab him. Let's grab a haste item. Eden's another good one. Looks like we're probably gonna go with Comp Core. I usually try for Crit Core with Defense Grid, but I've been having a lot of trouble getting just like earlier game Defense Grid or earlier game Force Field to work, so I think we're just gonna go with Comp Core because it works with what we have going on. Assuming it's there anyway. It's up against a Mantis Shrimp. Luckily they don't have much slow. It's basically just the grappling hook, which is only once every 7 seconds. Nothing too scary here. Elko can get pretty freaky because he's got some scaling, and again he has the double crit damage thing, but we put out a ton of burn, so it should be more than enough to beat him here. Very nice. And even if we end up going for like a friend build, Defense Grid is just pretty solid in every build. It's just like an extra 35% HP, which is very, very good. Okay, we did get Comp Core, which I will take here. And then we will go for probably just something like this is fine. You want that on ballista or charcoal? Probably ballista, so we'll swap all these around like this, put it on her. I could still do rocket launcher. Rocket launcher's still pretty solid, but I think we'll try something like this, and we'll grab a small non-weapon because it's usually a friend. In this case, it was a gland, which does basically nothing, but we do have quite a bit of regen at this point. I think we'll sell the rocket launcher to get the little chalky bonus. And unfortunately, the meta this patch is definitely to always go for Dabbling Apprentice because he can drop these Vials of Blood, which give you 1 XP. And since you're 1 XP behind for like 5 days in a 1 XP behind leveling for like 5 days in a row, it offers a pretty big advantage over other people who didn't get any sources of XP. Scaling's like, it's pretty bad, to be honest. It's pretty bad, but it's the best we've got for now. And then we have like kind of our backup charcoal. Unfortunately, not what we're looking for. It does help with battery a bit, but battery's not really what we're going to be using for now. I think we actually skipped. I was tempted to take like Uzi, but we have effectively no money, so we're just going to keep moving on here. That is the one downside of taking the left minion for to gamble for the XP. Like, the upside is worth it, but you do have effectively $0. So that is still something to consider. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's basically free not to take the gold one now, but at least on Dooley, the money is pretty impactful still. Even if it is less impactful than the XP was. Do we win this? I don't know. It kind of depends. Okay, we did, just barely. I was gonna say, it depends when Whippolist is when she goes off. She just barely had enough to get us there, which is nice. Obsidian Black Rose is kind of scary. It's a cool item. I don't think I've ever seen anyone use it before. What do we upgrade? I could do the battery because it's useful in more things. I could do Aiden for more haste. I think in this case we do the battery because I'm going to be hunting through friend shops anyway, so Aiden will be more likely to be found than another battery. Okay. Definitely go for Mountain Pass because we still need a bit more XP. Sabretooth is a good one, assuming we can beat him, which I'm pretty sure we can. We could get Shiny Fang, which would be a nice reroll to potentially get a small friend with Shiny. Diamond Fang's also quite good because we could use it to potentially get some fast like bugs or something, although every time I've gotten this item, I've had a ton of trouble getting Diamond Tier Smalls. Just kind of how Dooley works, unfortunately. Ballista took care of him, no problem. Pelt, not great, but we did need the money, so I will take it. I was hoping that would be Bulldozer. Rogan's nice. I could go for Micro Dave for now, at least to fill out the board. He's not really what I'm looking for, but at least he's another friend to trigger the core. And he kind of works with our burn plan right now. This one does have the best skill out of these three, but I think we go for Hellbilly. Because I would love to get more money, because we are still very poor and we have to hunt for more friends. We could also get the medkit, which would help Aiden a ton. Scrap would be decent, and so would left-handed. So there's a couple good pickups here. Not like a ton, but at least a few would be okay. Also, he's pretty much free, so might as well. The other option is basically just gambling for time to tinker, which would give us a lot more survivability, but I think for now we just need the money to try to get our build together, I suppose. Oh, friend shop. Very nice. And there is the Bulldozer. That's a very big pickup here. I think we get rid of the battery for now, because this probably, yeah, this basically makes up for it. And then I kind of want to get the Wasp as well, in case we end up doing a... I think it's just better, yeah, it's just better than Copper Ed for the time being. I lose out on his shield, but he's going off like once per fight, so I don't think that shield's making a huge difference either way. None of these are great. I do Captain's Charge is probably the best one here, because we do have a large item. And probably will throughout the game, so it's not an unreasonable pickup. The other option was the slow scaling one. However, we kind of already have the scaling for our friend build, and we also have some potential scaling, effectively scaling by blowing people up with the force field if we get there. Okay, so it's an aggro Vanessa with double hand axe. She does have a Julian, which can be freaky, but I think it's going to be too slow in this case because they don't have any way to speed him up. Yep. Been seeing tons of this item lately. It's mostly useful with scope because then you can use your weapons to help charge him up. But he still can also be quite powerful once you get him to higher tiers and he's not such a long cooldown anymore. And we'll do Mountain Pass, of course. Infernal Envoy's pretty free. I don't think he has much we want. Like, Vengeance could be okay. It's kind of an annoying one, though, because it is left and right most items, like, purely. Like, it doesn't mean left and right most active items. It means, like, the thing here and the thing here. So even if you have passives up, they eat it. It's very irritating. We could get Restorative Fireclaw and reroll it. Potentially get us a healing, like, Bell, or a healing, DJ, I guess, would be the other one we could use. And so we got Sunlight Spear, pretty much useless on Dooley because we don't have good access to regen. Take Carl. He's okay. I don't mind Carl, but I don't really have a ton of room for him here. So we're just going to skip ahead here. Green Wasp. It's kind of expensive for what it provides, to be honest. It's not terrible, but I don't think I'm relying on poison right now. It's kind of just there as like an extra friend and potentially to be an activator later. So we'll take Scoville for the extra XP. The other two don't have great drops. The middle, like the Hyper Commander definitely does have good drops, but it also has literally nothing as a drop, which would be pretty punishing if we happen to get that one. Which is like the bees. They're not worth anything because they're supposed to be like token items. Which I wish I couldn't drop from him because then he'd have amazing drops, but is what it is, I guess. Someday I'll make the food build. Someday. I do still really want to do that, but just haven't yet had the chance. I'm going to silver to your friend. Hamlet, unfortunately, is not very good. You need like a lot to make Hamlet work, which is very sad. I'm just going to upgrade Aiden. The extra haste that he'll provide is quite nice, given how often he's going off. I'd love to get HP, but we gotta check Minceworth because we really need upgrades like here. Well, there's the regen. I could have gone for it, but that's not great. Okay, Spider's nice, and so is Bomb Squad. Neither fit on the current board, but they're good later on if I get more bugs, or specifically the Fire Bug, the DJ, stuff like that. The Spider is so sad. I wish that they'd, I really wish that they'd nerf them in a different way. It feels pretty harsh the way that they did it. It's like the Freeze Beetle, I can see why they did what they did, but the Mantis, he did not deserve his fate. They could have left him alone. And then the Spider, I feel like they could have made it silver, but let it start at 2 targets. It's kind of garbage at silver right now. Like, it's barely an item. It's so bad. But anyway, this one we're up against is just a Narwhal Elemental Depth Charge build. I mean, we do like a lot of damage here, so I think we're okay. I still really need to get Ballista's scaling up. It's pretty horrible. But unfortunately, we're in the kind of in the position that friend builds often end up in, where we've kind of got a lot of things demanding upgrades right now. So like, Bill needs upgrades, Core needs upgrade, Bell needs upgrades. So. I gotta refresh because we could get a Ballista here. No luck. However, Metronome is pretty solid, so I will take it. So we could replace one of the friends with Metronome. Something like this instead. It provides a little bit more scaling on Ballista. So I could see it. Should have probably grabbed Mantis to do that at least. Oh, friends again. Those are excellent. That is a very big pickup. So we'll sell this, and we need another 6. So it'd be like 2, 4, 5, 6, something in there. I could also sell the Metronome. Maybe. Like, I could sell the Metronome and put, like, Spider in instead. I could see it, but I think I want to try out what we have for now. So grab Bulldozer here. I could also get Clarence. He's probably better than Bell at this point, but Bell has better late game potential. By a little bit, anyway. I think we go for Zookeeper, although we do really need money. Toxic Friendship would be really good if we end up getting Dooltron, or if we end up using like Drill or something, although not super likely with the current setup we've got going on. Yeah, she's scaling pretty quick now. We also have Bill helping everybody's cooldowns out quite a bit, which is nice. Dragon Whelp, we don't have a good way to scale his damage, unfortunately, so we're not going to be able to use him very much. For now, I think we level up Ballista. She's kind of the most impactful one. Getting a lower cooldown on core is nice, but there's at least a few other ways to level your core, so we're fine for now. I'll try for the Firefly. Unfortunately, just charcoal. It's alright. Then we'll do the dots. I am extremely poor this run because we're forced to buy so many upgrades. Hunt through shops. So we got another dually. These are usually not too bad of a matchup unless they have like some crazy burst, which they might. So it's Ignition Core with all the bugs and a Power Drill. Oh, the shiny, well, he's still only silver, which is probably what's going to save us here, but if that was higher tier, it would be pretty scary. Yeah, the bell just scales too much, and unfortunately, bugs they're not very good anymore. They got nerfed pretty hard, and you don't even have the full set. The most important one is the spider for if you're running them all like that, because he kind of powers both sides of the thing. Summon Clock is pretty good. I don't think it's good enough for me to sell stuff and grab just in case, so we're gonna drop there. So we go Aerodrome here. I hate refreshing this, but we got it. Do I have any bronzes? Okay, we'll do one more. It's worth is fine. I will... Oh. Force Field. So we'll sell these and we'll grab Force Field. So now we kind of have our backup with Defense Grid. We'd still need a lot of stuff to make it work, but I got it in the bag at least. Go for Charles because we could get the... there it is. The Icy Hammock reroll could be quite strong into something. We'll see. And we probably beat him fine because we have the Wasp, which will do quite a bit of poison bit damage to him. And we also have Bell just infinitely scaling. Normally he's scary if you don't have any scaling because he just shields himself a ridiculous amount, even if he doesn't scale himself. Luckily that's not a concern for us currently. Yeah, we have like a couple paths we can go. So Defense Grid wouldn't do that much damage right now. Even if I crit with it, it does about 1,100, which isn't enough to even one-shot an enemy, so... It's not good enough yet, but it might get there. It might get there. Igloo's also pretty good. I can reroll that and potentially get something pretty good. I guess we take Creeping Toxins. I don't love it, but it's good if we end up doing bugs. I don't have much money. Like, if I go here, I could potentially sell these to get something big if it shows up. I think we just do the docks, though. And it is not going to help us at all. I gotta check larges, unfortunately. Could get Dooltron or something similar. Or another, Nope. Unfortunate. I was gonna say get another Bulldozer. It's nothing really interesting I could do with 3D printer, unfortunately, so we're just gonna have to skip. A little bit scammed on the large shop, but we're getting some easy matchups at least, so we live for the time being.
Underestimate me. It makes this more fun.
So we're against Sea Dog Saloon, probably with Mantis Shrimp, 2 Mantis Shrimp, 2 Zorcids. It's kind of messed up. And then Salt Claw and Richardson. So once this goes off, it's going to start going crazy. But I think we should be able to win here. It's going to be a little close, though. Nope. We unfortunately could not, because Vanessa has far better scaling than Dooley, sadly. Also, this thing hastes for 6 seconds, which is absurd. Oh well. Yeah, we couldn't deal with the slow very well, unfortunately. So we will go for Mandala here. And I can reroll our Igloo. And hopefully get something good. 3D printer again. We could do something funny with it at some point, potentially. We'll go for the friend setup here. Firefly is very nice, also very expensive. Grab the spider. I guess we'll grab them both, I guess. I don't love it, but I will grab it. Just wish he wasn't diamond. He's so expensive. So if we drop these two, and we can put this guy in here, and you. So now we have these two that are going to loop a little bit, which is nice. We get a little bit less direct haste on Ballista, but it'll hopefully go off more thanks to these guys looping as well. We're going to go for the Car Conductor because Command Ship is extremely powerful. And it basically gives us a free bill upgrade, which is pretty good. It's not quite the same, but it's pretty similar, just getting another upgrade on Bill. even at diamond. It's like another tier. It is unfortunately fairly rare, though. It seems like it's going off fairly often here, which is quite good. Oh, unfortunate. We got expert pilot instead. It'll make Bill do a little bit more damage, I guess, although not really what we're looking for. I don't know why I keep clicking loot. It's never anything useful, but is what it is, I guess. So we're still looking for a battery to potentially do the force field build. Although, again, I just don't have a ton of HP right now. Don't love either of those, so we skip. Any of those, rather. Bomb Squad is decent, but we already have Spider, so I think it's just better than Bomb Squad. Normally you'd use it to help trigger Firefly more, but we don't really need it. Go for Study. A little bit of XP could be could make the difference eventually. Okay, so we're against a Dooltron with DJ Robot. He unfortunately has his robot in the wrong place, and the rest is just okay. So we might be okay. It's kind of scary, but we'll see. He definitely outdamages us. Yeah, I just haven't found Dooltron yet. Unfortunately, Dooltron outcompetes Bell pretty hard, but we still might... Nope. Unfortunate. If I had, like, everything upgraded, maybe, but even with their terrible build, they beat me, which is very sad. It's terrible because you just put the DJ over here, and this Firefly would have gone off, like, an extra 5 times. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh well. We'll check in here, because it's fairly likely to get Dooltron from this. We could also get some other... Nothing good. Could also have gotten, like, Bunker or something, which would let us go for Force Field. And Barku. Come on, man, you gotta have something for me. Nothing. I think it's a little late to grab Nitro Hammer. I could, but we just haven't seen, like, any freeze items at all, so... I'm gonna random enchant the Bell, because if we get, like, shielded or something, she'll be actually usable. Shiny's not bad. It's basically just obsidian, but it ain't terrible. Could be worse. Weapons platform is pretty scary now. I think we're just gonna go for Blood Reef. I do need the money, but he's got full arsenal, which is pretty good. The rest of this doesn't matter too much. I guess I could use like Captain's Wheel instead of Companion Core. It might be fast. It's pretty similar. Flagship, unfortunately, probably not going to be great on us. Like, we do have Expert Pilot, which would be good with this, but there's not many great properties on Dooley, which makes it a little harder to use. I'm going to grab a haste item. So it's not a good one. Okay, we got Mandala. I'm going to Mandala this in case we get like a Dooltron, because we're a little bit poor. Unfortunately, it is Crane, and then we're going to get stomped by this Vanessa. Yeah, she's winning, so our build is not good enough, I don't think.
My fight isn't with you, but if you insist.
It's been an unfortunate one. This is just the struggle I've had with friends in the last, Okay, well. Yeah, that beats us, I think. Eels just kind of beats every Dooley build right now. There's not really much you can do about it, unfortunately. Especially Diamond Eels with freeze on it. He doesn't... Okay, whatever. It's fine.
Slam legs make you predictable.
It's fine, it's fine. But yeah, it just kind of like... It does okay early, and then you just stall out incredibly hard, because there's just nothing you can do.
What's your favorite color?
We're gonna enchant the Firefly, even though we haven't found any way to scale him yet. He goes off pretty often, so... Even if we get... Yeah, slow is okay. Could be worse. Could be worse. So now we have a little bit of slow, which could help us out a bit. But, yeah, we're kind of... Okay, there's Dooltron. That is a very nice pickup. If I can afford him. Can I afford him? I'd have to sell, like, so much. I could have this guy come in here, and then we'd have 2 more slots. So that's 10, so it'd be 36 plus that. Yeah, I'd have to sell Bell, but I guess he'd be our carry instead of Bell anyway, so we'd sell like this and this. Dooltron. Right, so we have this kind of a setup. It's not very good. I suspect we're about to lose, but that's okay. Main issue is like this doesn't loop super well currently with the spider only being gold. You know, only being gold. You kind of need these to be diamond for them to really work. Not the fireflies, sadly, just the spider. Otherwise, yeah, it just doesn't loop properly. Now, we do a lot of damage, which is nice, but it's just this kind of in-between bit where we don't quite loop. That's a little bit scary. But we still got there. It's not terrible. If I could get like a... It'd be very funny to put thrusters on him just to give him the extra damage as well. How much would it be? It would be like 30%. So it'd be like 600 extra damage. It's not terrible, not terrible. Right, well, I don't really need to upgrade the core anymore. We could do the skills unique to Dooley one, because we could get the firefly charging thing, but we could also do slow since he does slow. I think we'll do that one. Because there's, yeah, I was gonna say there's a chance we could get like slow targets for some extra crit would be nice. We'll do Awakened District here because we could get the shield skills would be nice. Trickle down economics would also be quite good. Either shield, any of the skills would be nice from this guy. And the slow makes him relatively easy. Relatively easy. Because you can at least slow him down, although they have... Oh, he's about to go off, but it's okay. We got him. Like, the build isn't terrible, but it's... You know. It's a struggle without Diamond Bill, and we're just like... Trickle down is helpful, that's for sure. I'm kind of tempted to just take more HP, to be honest. Which I will do. We'll go for a gold item and hope to get lucky. Nope. It was a large gold, but not the one I was looking for, so we'll go for here. We'll take coolant, although I'm not going to use it here. It could be useful at some point. And then nothing there. Probably never using the core. Then we'll do something like this. Or it might have been better, but at silver, it's hard to put in. All right, let's see if we live to potentially get the full build going. Looks like drum. Nope, solar farm. Solar farm, cold room, and then like a bunch of small stuff. Cold room is very annoying for Dooley to... Oh god, he's got diamond fangs with a bunch of diamond smalls. We are dead. Well, that's... Oh wait, maybe. We only need to get like a couple shots in, I guess. We actually won. Very nice. Good job, Dooltron. You got there. The crit did save us. I think we would have died if it didn't crit there, so... I'll take it. Well, this because we got a gold Dooltron in the shop. If we didn't get a gold one, we would be in quite a bit of trouble, I would say. So we're going to go for mediums. No, we really need the upgrade. I got to go for this just to guarantee it. I was going to say we go for mediums, get like mainframe or something, but no, it's just not worth the risk. We don't have enough levels left to really make schematics pay off. I could reroll here, but yeah, I think I will, because I do have the large guy to pay for stuff. Sadly, we don't have any raw damage for flamethrower, and we already sold everything, so we're not going for the security camera setup. We can go for Frost Street Champion. He is kind of scary, so I think we just skip, unfortunately. Could potentially do something funny with Pendulum, although getting it upgraded would be a bit of a pain. I guess I would be able to instead of using Bill, but it just doesn't seem like a good idea. I mean, I think I'm too much of a chicken to take that one. Alright, we're gonna upgrade Bulldozer. So now we've got, like, a chance. Because now that we have both of these upgraded, it means that these are all gonna go off relatively quickly. And it also means that they're gonna loop each other a little bit better. Oh, now we got Bunker, unfortunate. I don't know if we would have made it this far with Force Field, though. Like, the damage on this just isn't really what it needed to be. Needed to be. Let's dig through here. We're going to look for upgrades for bugs, or like a DJ robot, or a mainframe are the main things that we would look for, or a spider upgrade would be extremely good.
I have faced 82 foes exactly like you. People are a pattern.
So we're against Lifesteal Mac. Can be pretty scary, especially because he does have Yo-Yo, but we might be able to just blow him up in one shot if we crit. We didn't. Well, we crit the second one, so we're getting there. The Trickle Down plus Captain's Charge makes him go off really fast the second time, which is very nice. And we're very lucky we got the Dooltron at Diamond for sure. No other larges we need, interestingly, so we can just take the small here for a bit of extra money. Midsworth could have some smalls we want, so I will take a look in here. The beetle is nice. Is he better than Aiden? We'll try it. We'll try. I don't think he's better than Aiden, though. We'll see if it loops. I don't think it does. I think we need to get him to gold for that. Or to diamond for that. I don't want to waste the money on that. It doesn't do anything. Go for octopus. Although, juggler would be nice. The XP is hard to give up. And I'll test this and see how it works. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. The startup is a little slower, but... Okay, yeah, it does seem like it works. It's not terrible, that's for sure. It's okay. We're going for the classics. This is, during, like, the patch where bugs came out, this was kind of like the big build to beat, for sure. Nothing we really want here, so we could take this. I think I will do net launcher. It's a little weird, but it lets me get a second Dooltron shot very quickly. Because he goes off, and then he's going to trigger, trickle down for 1. He triggers this for another 4, so that's 5. And then he triggers, where's the last one? There it is, Captain Charge for another 2. So 4, 5, 6, 7, which gives him another 4. So it almost like fully recharges him, which is quite good. So this will let us get like a very good initial strike. If they survive it, we're in a bit of trouble, but if they don't, we're okay. Unfortunately, we don't have like a good freeze setup. Frozen Flame is a funny item though. Right. So our main weakness right now is the relatively slow startup. It's about 4 seconds. Unfortunately, I can't really include Aiden because it makes the loop a little bit worse now that we have the beetle, but if we could find some way to speed him up, we'd be in a good spot. Although now we're against this thing, which might just delete me in one shot, but we'll see. We got him. Yeah, once we go off, we're good, but Shielded Shark Ray is pretty scary. We do have, like, quite a bit of defense with the defense grid. Aha. Yeah, see, like, if I was running this, I'd be at, so probably, let's say, 2,000 HP, and if I crit, it does 4,000. It's not a one-shot. So I'd have to be relying on, like, enchantments or something, and it's just... I don't know, it's much harder now that we have, now that levels are worse. Like, back in the day, as in, like, a couple weeks ago, having, level 14 on day 13 would be absolutely horrendous, but it seems like it's working out. Oh. This is interesting. So I could, enchant this guy again, but I think the slow is fine. It doesn't help the loop, sadly, but it contributes something, and if I random enchant, it could be horrible. I think we just put heal on Dooltron. It's not the best, but it'll help me against burst builds and stuff, so helps keep me alive. Let's go for loot. Crit is very nice for Dooltron. Funnily enough, this guy is actually like very beatable now, so we're gonna go for him. It won't give me the full level, but if I get Mysterious Stranger before the end of the day, we'll be able to do another level up, which means I could level up my spider, which would help with our loop immensely. Because we basically instantly charge the Firefly every time it goes off. Yeah, this guy, he used to be very scary, but since they removed, or since they made it so his skill, look at that, only goes off at first item use, he's kind of a pushover. As long as you can kill him before the item goes off. Alright, so the reason we upgrade this one over the freeze is because although freeze is very nice, this one fuels both the Firefly and the Wasp, which in turn fuels itself, which helps the whole loop go much smoother. Something I really want at Barcoon. There's nothing I really want at all here. We'll just take a small weapon, I guess. Yeah, the only thing that would really help is Blue Beetle, I suppose. Yeah, because Dooley doesn't have any really like just buy sell kind of items, so Barcoon wouldn't really do much for us. Let's see how we do against Eels again. It's always Eels. We might do okay with healing. So it is a multicast Eels with lifesteal, unfortunately. We do have some freeze, which might help me out here. It's going to be a bit scary, though. I think I might have to crit, so yep. Always Eels. Well, that's unfortunate. Let me screenshot this, because I had somebody saying that Dooltron always beats Eels, and it definitely does not. Very sad. Unfortunate to get a 9 there, but still a fun build. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.